going on, people? Welcome to another session of Sunday Setups. I'm your host, Vel. Today, combined with my main man, Jacob. What's going on? What we're going to do today, of course, is take you guys through the market. But more importantly, if you haven't already, be sure to check out litcapital.co.uk, where we do provide institutional concepts combined with price action only. And I would encourage you guys, if you're very new to the Forex world, to register on our website for free so that you can get access to our education academy, plus so much more. If you're a trader who would like to take your trading capabilities to the next level and would really like to excel and make some gains within the market, then I definitely would encourage you guys to have a look at our Trader Mentor page and, more importantly, choose a course. With that being said, enough of that. Let's look at the week ahead. First and foremost, we're going to have a look at the market, the economic calendar, We're going to start by looking at what's on the table. Now, straight away, guys, we can see that the big red files that stick out to us is the interest rates for the Aussie, as well as the interest rate for the CAD. Now, with that being said, we have got CPI for the euro. Of course, we've got some damaging information based around the potential financial crisis arising in Germany, which is the euro's largest economy. So, of course, if their results aren't as good, then we can expect to see a decline in the euro. But of course, with that being said, moving across the other forms of events, we have NFP. The first Friday of each month, we have the NFP. So we may actually see a stagnated week. Okay, we may not even see much happen until Friday. But with that being said, we can see there's enough news outlets here, unemployment rate, and also we've got GDP for the Aussie. So we can expect to see some movements. And now let's head over to the charts. Now, like we mentioned last week on the call, the Euro NZD has been a very, very, very fruitful pair for us. With that being said, we can see here now from a monthly perspective, because we are in a new month. Okay, we can see that we've actually seen a new 5-year high. Okay, prices closed up here, which has been it was lost around there in 2015. So we've got a new 5-year high. Okay, a 5-year high on the Euro NZD, which is really positive for us. It shows us that the structure has been broken. So with a potential retest, we should look for prices to move a lot higher, for more liquidity to be grabbed, which just now means for us on a smaller time frame, if we can highlight areas of imbalance, then these should be our areas that we will be expecting price to come down to, so that of course it can give us an entry to sit tight and potentially hold this one going long. With that being said, of course, we can see, as mentioned, there's many areas of imbalance and also potential possible mitigation areas as well. So we'll keep you guys informed and up to date within the Discord on that one. Gold, I'm pretty ill this week as well, guys. It's not Corona, but shit, it damn feels like it. So we've got gold on this one. We've been looking at, we've been waiting for the move down. Okay, we mentioned this last week on the call. We anticipated a move around here coming downwards. And of course, you know, if you guys have really been lit on these charts, you would have caught this move as well. So we hoped you've been able to catch a fair few pips from this one. With that being said, now what we can see is the structure is still bullish. Okay, we haven't really got a break in structure here. And I'm not using the smaller time frames. I'm still staying with the stronger time frames. The higher time frames, they're the stronger bad boys, okay? And these bad boys are showing us that over here we had an area of mitigation. Price came up, it mitigated from this area nicely. It's left a doji candle, if we make this chart blind. It's left a doji here, but with that being said, a lot of liquidity to the upside has been taken, and we can only expect price to continue to go higher and higher for more areas of equal highs to be taken out. But of course, from that being said, we are now having a look at what price is doing. And at the moment, from a daily perspective, we would expect price to come down a bit more lower, just so that it can clear equal lows beneath, taking some more liquidity and reacting from our kill zone. This kill zone would allow us to say that prices are discounted. And of course, here would be my mitigation level where I would be looking for price to turn around. Last but not least, I look at oil. Now, mentioned this for a while now on a few of our setup calls, but you know, prices for quite some time. Since 2018, so prices for 2 years hasn't been this low. We've been waiting for a move to the downside such as this. I remember when we was trading this whole move upwards here. Okay, now prices are coming down. So, this is really the area that we want the price to come down to before we look at going long on oil. And that's just simply because prices now are really discounted. On a smaller time frame, we can see here that there is imbalance. We can see if we go into the smaller time frame, the majority of the imbalance has been filled. So with that being said, it means we can now potentially see price turn around and move upwards. Now, from a structural perspective, okay, I would like price to go up to the next area of liquidity. Okay, and this would actually coincide with the 50% pullback. So we're actually looking to see price come around this level, which would give us a nice area where we could then see what price wants to do next. But of course, ultimately, we'll see how the market opens. Of course, the CAD interest rate is going to have an effect on oil and NFP as well. So we'll just really wait to see what happens. We'll see once more data is printed where the market's taking us. And that's me done. Over to you, my man, Jay.
Appreciate you, Vel. What's good, guys? Hope you guys are well, man. Let's get started into the next month of March Madness, hoping to bring you guys some spectacular moves yet again. So for me, I'm going to start with the DXY, just showing you what I see happening in regards to the dollar. So, the coronavirus has been going crazy lately, and then gold had that tank down on the Friday, which didn't really match up with the DXY. So we knew, if you guys were watching our YouTube videos, I think it was last week or the week before, I did mention that there was some heavy manipulation in either gold or the dollar currency itself. And we've seen both the US 30 have a dump and gold have a dump. So corrections were always imminent, but we didn't, they don't normally give you both of those at the same time. So with that being said, as we can see on the DXY here, I do believe it's bullish. I still believe we can get up to this 100.5 area for sure. So for me, it looks pretty clean, to be honest with you. Like, I am expecting a reaction off of this candle and higher prices to be met for the dollar itself. So maybe this week we do get some dollar strength, with gold tanking down as well. It could see lower prices on a weekly scale also, with what Cavell just showed you with the gold. We could see lower prices being mitigated out, which would coincide with what the DXY is showing us with what it wants to do. So definitely bear this in mind for sure. Have it set up, have an alert. We might get a gap down into here, we're not sure. So bearing in mind with that, just be easy with dollar pairs if you are trading them. So if I then take you over to Euro USD, which sort of correlates with the DXY, for me, this is an upside down version of what I've just shown you. So I do believe we can get a correction, or sorry, not a correction, a retracement as such on this pair, which is what I'm sort of hoping for. We've been very bullish this whole week. Shout out to those who did catch the trade that I gave out on Euro USD. I didn't call it to where it is now, I'll be honest with you, but we were still able to catch a good 150 pips off of that. But yeah, for me personally, there are reasons to come back lower on this with imbalance and things like that. And we haven't actually had any real retracement on the higher time frame as such yet. So with this being said, we've seen mitigation and price have a reaction in this zone. And I would start to, I would like to see on smaller time frames, at least starting with the hour, that we can maybe start to get a correction back down before seeing higher prices. So overall, not super bullish on the euro just yet, but I do believe, yeah, with the DXY gaining some, looking to gain strength throughout this week coming, we could get this correction down on Euro USD. So as and when it starts to formulate, I will be updating this in the Discord for sure. I just want to take you guys over now to GBP AUD as well. Pretty significant closure we had on this pair. So if you actually look at the daily and weekly, we didn't actually get that new high. So price is struggling to actually stay up in this area. as you can see on the weekly, we didn't actually get a new high. So that's very significant for me personally. And looking at the lower time frames, I do believe we can get a pushback lower before exceeding higher, making a new higher high basically. So what I've clocked on this, and I'll be sure to throw that in the Discord, was on the 15-minute. I'm still waiting for price. Well, let me take you to the hour. I'm still waiting for price to sometime get down here to this candle, because I do believe that is where, you know, we can get our buys from, with all these equal lows just lining up and such. You know, I don't expect price to just be rocketing from here. I do expect some of these early buyers and guys that have still been holding these buys to be taken out. And it fits in perfectly with what lies below all of this liquidity, with you know, mitigation yet to happen on this pair. So what I've clocked for a potential sell would be off of these candles that grab the liquidity from these highs that we had last week. So definitely be looking for that for sure. I mean, it's quite harder to play the counter trend. I do understand that, but I do believe with the dollar gaining some strength this week, we could see this push down lower before actually getting the buyers available. So this sort of correlates with pound USD as well. If I show you with on the daily chart, we did have a reaction off of this candle here and closed above. But for me, I do believe we can continue down and actually get to this candle here. This is where I would be interested in buying in, just because it's yet to be mitigated from. So for me, I know we have had equal lows taken out as such, but for me, I need to see more bullishness on the lower time frame. So for me, I feel like we could get a push maybe into this area and then follow down. Or if it doesn't do that, we still have yet to get to this area and follow down. So although I am bullish on the pound pairs, I do think we are in need of a correction for sure. So be sure to look out for that. We don't actually have no high impact news for the pound. So just going from a technical standpoint, we are in line for further movement to the downside before getting that buy. So GA, GU, be sure to look out for those. And those are all the setups that I have for you personally. If you haven't yet, please subscribe to our YouTube channel, guys, you know, and be sure to join our Discord for free as well. And check out our website, man. Show some love. Be sure to go to our Education Academy and sign up for free content on there for those that are interested in learning Forex. No, there's nothing better than the present time. Let's just keep it going. Money month, March madness. Let's get into it. And remember, every day is money.
Money day. Peace.